Flawless skin, even under the unforgiving gaze of a close-up camera lens. Each year, billions of dollars are spent on skin products by people who want flawless skin, but don't get the results they want. All over beautiful skin that expresses the age you feel, not the years you've lived. We brought you Envy Primer, Envy BB Perfecting Mist Foundation, Envy Bronzer, and Envy Shimmer to rejuvenate your skin's look to new and gorgeous radiance. Now, we're introducing Envy Bronzing Body Mist to give your body an airbrushed finish to envy. The proprietary misting nozzle delivers a perfect sun-kissed look that's easy to use by anyone, anywhere. Achieve a natural-looking warm glow in every season, anywhere your passport takes you. Suitable for all skin tones, it's weightless and buildable, with a smooth and long-wearing finish and a formula featuring aloe and vitamins for skin that looks and feels beautiful. Get photo-ready results and fabulous-looking skin from head to toe with Envy by Janess. Be the envy.
Hi, welcome to your Envy Masterclass. Because you're here attending this masterclass, that says that you want to take your Envy business to the next level. So I'm here with my beautiful model, Lisa Griggs, and we are going to show you how to demonstrate your product to get flawless, instant airbrush perfection, and also to get a beautiful treatment with our APT 200. So I'm going to tell you all about the product, and I'm going to show you how to demo in so many different ways. And when you are done with this masterclass, you are going to be an Envy expert. So I'm going to start by just demonstrating. The first application is an airbrush application. And I like to airbrush the product on the skin, but because there are no rules with makeup, there's so many different ways that you can apply it and still get the advantage of the high definition quality of the formula. So we're going to pretend like Lisa just came over to my house or at a party because she looks so good. And you know, normally when people come over or you're out in a public location, their makeup is already done. Eyelashes are done, lipstick, they're wearing a beautiful outfit. So the first thing I want to do is show you how I demo without spraying it on her face first. So I always start with my primer. The primer is a great product to start with because it's clear. And so you can spray it directly onto your own face and onto your own skin, and you don't have to worry about it getting on your clothes or getting into your hair. So the first thing you want to do is shake the can. You always want to shake the can before each and every application. So I'm going to show Lisa how I spray my own face, because that way it opens up her mind on how it's going to feel, how gentle and how delicate and refreshing it feels when you go onto your own skin. So shake the can, and then I'm going to show the distance. The distance is a 90-degree angle with your arm, not too close, because if I sprayed right here, I would get wet, and not like this, not wide, because if I spray wide, it's going to go into my hair, and I'm also going to waste a lot of product, which I don't want to do that. So I'm going to shake the can, close my eyes, and this is how I spray my face. One quick mist. That's it. I just primed my entire face in 1 second. Now, I don't know if you paid attention, but this is the sound you should hear. Not if you spray your face and you open your eyes and your face is wet, it's because you sprayed for too long or you had the can too close. And that's okay. There is a little bit of a learning curve when you're airbrushing, but it is really easy, and it should be as simple as just spraying your face with water. So I'm going to show Lisa on the inside of my arm. And this is a great way to demo if someone isn't ready to be sprayed. So I shake the can, spray a little bit on the inside of my arm. You can see it's moist, but it's not wet. That's the distance. And so it takes a couple of seconds, so about as long as it takes for me to sit the can down, for that product to be set and the water to evaporate. So then I'm going to take my puff and I'm going to press it. that is going to set the primer. So the primer has the typical benefits of a primer. It smooths the fine lines, smooths the pores, creates an even texture all over the skin for the makeup to go on more smoothly and to last longer. But the benefit by spraying your primer directly on your face is you get 5 primers in one. So when I spray my face, I get a lash primer, a lip primer, a skin primer, eyeshadow base, and also a base for my eyebrows, because when you're putting powder in your brows, it gives that powder something to stick to, so it makes your eyebrows last longer. So now I am going to, as I'm talking to Lisa about the vitamins and botanicals, which are vitamins A, vitamin E, vitamin D, aloe, and of course our Jeunesse exclusive APT200, which is a plant-based stem cell derivative, 200 plus polypeptides. So I don't even think about Envy as makeup as much as I think of it as a skincare treatment. So while I'm talking, I'm just casually tucking tissue into her collar. The reason I do this is that that's going to make her feel comfortable. If anyone is worried about it getting onto their clothes, this just immediately sets the mood at ease. So then she just saw me spray her face, my face. So I'm going to have her spray her face now. And just to demonstrate how I want to be able to see what she's going to do when she gets this product home. So if I'm going to do this with her, and she's never sprayed her face before, which I know you have, I hold the can up, I have you close your eyes, but don't spray yet, okay? And then I just do a little zigzag down the center of the face. This is how it should feel. Okay, so now go ahead and spray your face. Perfect. So if she was going to bring that can in too close, I would have seen it right there on the spot, and then I could say, okay, that's okay, but this time we're going to do it out here, and you're going to feel the difference. It should just feel like you're misting your face with water. Okay, so I've sprayed the inside of my arm. I want you to feel the inside of my arm. So that is, the product feels like rose petals. It doesn't feel tacky or sticky like a typical primer does. And the reason behind that is that when you shake the can, every molecule of water gets wrapped in those vitamins and botanicals and those emollients and the APT200, so that when I spray my skin, those little bubbles burst, and that's what gives the airbrush effect. But then the water evaporates and leaves behind all of those good properties that we want in our skincare. So that is the primer. It takes literally 1 second to apply. Now I am going to apply a foundation, but I'm going to use a foundation as her concealer. Now you can skip this step if you like, but I always like to show it because I want people to see all the different ways that you can apply the product and how it can work into your routine. So once again, we're going to shake the can, and I'm going to show her on the inside of my arm. And I'm going to show her there first because that just sets the mood at ease. So you can see I have a little scar right there. And a lot of times the inside of your arm has very perfect skin, no blemishes, the pores are small, but it has mottling and redness, so you can see the veins come through. So when I spray it on this very large area of skin, with the light, it's easy to see the difference, and that's the purpose of the airbrush, is that you get instant gratification, flawless airbrush finish in just seconds. So shake the can, 1 quick mist, that's it. Now I could keep going. I could keep spraying by layering this product and getting multiple layers to build up the coverage that I desire. So 1 quick mist gives you the application that you would get with a tinted moisturizer or a BB cream. 2 mists gives you the application that you would get with a liquid foundation. 3 mists gives you the application that you would get with a full coverage, a powder foundation or a cream-based foundation. So it doesn't matter what level of coverage that you need, your Envy BB Perfecting Mist can give you the coverage. So I'm going to do 1 more mist, and just so you can see how easy it is to layer, and it's fast. And that is how I get a flawless airbrush look on the inside of my arm. And if you can zoom in, and see the difference. And you can't tell where makeup stops and starts. It really is a beautiful finish, and it doesn't require powder. But if you want to put powder over the top of it, you absolutely can. So I'm going to apply this product as a concealer first. Shake the can, spray a tiny little bit in the palm of your hand. You can also use a palette, but I like to show this is how it should look, like a little creamy round circle. And if it looks a little too watery, if it looks a little too watery, then you want to just keep shaking the can until you get that look. So now I'm going to have her touch it. I want you to feel how light and thin it is. This is half the weight of a typical liquid foundation. There is only 8.5, here you can put it on the back of my arm if you like. There's only 8.4% pigment in this entire bottle, but you can actually cover a tattoo with it by building and layering the product. So I'm going to spray a little bit into the palm of my hand, and with this application, I'm going to do one with my finger and then the other side with a sponge. So open and look up. So I like to just tap in with my finger. This is going to give you the most minimal amount of coverage, but still give you a nice highlight and cover up any little bit of redness, or if you have a blemish. I like to conceal first, and that way I don't overspray my whole face just to cover up one little thing. So I go under the eyes, around the corner of the nose, maybe a little bit on the chin, and then a little bit around the eyebrows, just right in that area where I want it to be a little bit brighter. That is all she needs. She has really, really already nice and flat. She doesn't really have any dark circles. So if you have dark circles, then you want to apply it with a brush. So now I'm going to take the shade that matches her skin tone, and I'm going to shake the can. And because Lisa has eyelashes on, I'm going to show you a little trick. So I use a teaspoon. I always carry this with my makeup brushes, and then I just cover her lashes. I'm going to have you press your lips together, cover your lashes, and one quick mist, just on the cheek. That's it. Now this is when I hand her the mirror, because I want her to see the difference and what it should look like when she opens her eyes if she sprays at home. If she's wet, then she's sprayed too much or sprayed for too long. So I always like to show in between each step so that you can see what it's supposed to look like. So that is a perfect, natural, flawless application. At this moment, I would be handing her a mirror so she can see the difference. That's really the beauty of Envy, is the instant gratification that you get. And when you see the difference, it's just, it's just beautiful. So now I'm going to do the other side. Make sure I have the right shade. So while I'm doing that, we can discuss the shades. The shades, we have shades 1 through 9. And from the lightest skin, being very similar to like a Kate Blanchett, very pale ivory, all the way up to Oprah Winfrey. And so we have some shade matching tools, which I'm going to tell you about. And then also, I'm going to go around the corner of her nose, a little bit on the chin. Now I want you to look at the difference. If you could zoom in, this is much more natural. This is much more opaque. And so if you have something that you really want to cover, dark circles, redness, I like to use a makeup sponge because the sponge absorbs the water, and then you're laying down more straight pigment. And then to get a very extreme opaque amount of coverage for, deep set eyes, very dark circles, going in with an actual brush. So this is an application that I like to do where I use a brush, and this is an application if you have very dark hair and light skin, or very light hair and dark skin. This is a good way. This is how we apply it in Korea and in some of the places where there's very dark hair, light skin. And in California, we have blonde hair and very dark skin. So this is a great way to show how to apply. So I'm going to take the bottle and I'm going to hold it right next to the skin. Go ahead and close your eyes. And I'm going to spray that little creamy round circle right onto her cheek. And I'm going to use a little kabuki brush. and I'm going to blend that right in with a brush. Now you still get the beautiful airbrush perfection because the molecules are so microfine that they cannot be picked up by even a high definition camera. We all have high definition cameras in our hands now, so we want to make sure our skin looks flawless. Okay, so that is an application with using the finger as a concealer, using a sponge, also using a brush, and the aerosol airbrush application. So you see there's no rules with this product. You can fit this into your routine, and the reason I like to show you every way is because when I'm at home, I like to spray my face. But maybe Lisa doesn't want to spray, so I want her to also know how you can use this product and fit it into your routine using it the traditional way by using a sponge. Okay, so now we get into the fun stuff. I'm going to show you how I like to apply my bronzer. The bronzer is the shade of Beyonce's skin tone. We only have one. It is a warm golden caramel, and it has a glow. So we take the pearl and we crush it down, microfiber, just all the way down to the tiniest molecules so that it's a glow, not a sparkle. And this shade can be used all from shades level 1 all the way up to a 7 for a bronzer, and then level 8 and level 9 can use it as a highlighter. So I'm going to shake the can again. Now I just like to spray this onto my skin, but I'm going to show you another way you can actually apply it by spraying it on a big fluffy brush and then just brushing it directly onto the skin, just in the areas where the sun would naturally hit. And that's going to give a beautiful, healthy glow. You can apply powder over the top of this, or you can put powder underneath by applying the powder to your foundation and then putting the glow back in with the bronzer. Okay, so that is that application. I personally like to spray it on. So when I spray it on, I'm going to have you close your eyes. I'm going to spray it just where the sun would naturally hit. And then I also like to spray the neck and the décolleté. You can apply these products from head to toe, anywhere that there is skin showing. We used to actually apply the foundation to our legs and then the bronzer, but now we have a body product that is a combination of the two. So, I do not see the shimmer here. Maybe we have it over here. Okay, so the shimmer is a very special product to me. I formulated this shade specifically to be used on the movie Twilight Breaking Dawn. And this is what gave the vampires their moon glow. So if you have very pale skin and you don't want to use bronzer, this is a product that you can use on top of your foundation, or the way we did it for the movie is we sprayed the shimmer onto the skin and then put the foundation over the top, and there was this illumination that came from underneath that was just amazing. But it's subtle. You can wear this in the office and just look like glowy, dewy skin. But when you're in beautiful lighting like this, or you walk out into the sunshine, it's just dazzling. It's so pretty. So once again, we're going to shake. And you always want to shake the can. Always, always, always. If you don't remember anything else I say, remember to shake the can. So shake, shake, shake. Little creamy round circle. You can see this is a white pearly tint. And it's very thin. It's very liquidy. So it just melts right into your skin. I'm going to use my finger to apply it the first time. And I'm going to put it just right where the sun naturally hits on top of the cheekbone. Lisa has spectacular cheekbones to begin with. And I'm going to run it right down the center of the nose. This is a nice little trick. And I also, especially when I'm doing brides, I put it right on the collarbone to accentuate those collarbones. And then on the tops of the shoulders. It's just beautiful. Okay, so that's using it with my finger. If you can see how it just picks up the light. Now you can put this in the curve of the lip. You can put it anywhere where you want to get like a nice little highlight. And then also another little trick I like to do is take a flat concealer brush. It's flat, it's nice and pointed, and I go right underneath the eyebrow. Here, let's turn you this way so that you can see what I'm doing. I go right underneath the eyebrow to give that nice hot little highlight, and then I just blend it in with my finger, and you can really see how that just gives a gorgeous glow. Now, you can also apply this with a brush. So this is a nice fan brush, and I like to use a fan brush because then I can be really strategic where I'm placing the product. So I'm just going to go right on top of the cheekbone, down the center of the nose, and then also under the eyebrow. And this is a much more subtle look. There you go. So the reason I like to show this product using a tissue is for two reasons. The first reason is because it makes her feel comfortable that she's not going to get any product on her clothes. But this is the kicker. This is a sales tool. So I've sprayed her face multiple times, and I just want you to look at the tissue. I think the number one question people are going to ask is, how does it not get all over the place? And, right? But when you show with this demonstration method where they can see that there's literally nothing on the tissue, it gives a level of comfort. So now we are going to apply our leg and body product. We just launched this in North America. This is a product that I've wanted for so long. I'm sure you've seen us on stage with our skirts, and our legs look perfect, and it's because we've airbrushed our legs and then layered the bronzer over the top. This is a combination of both products in one. So if the foundation has 8.4% pigment and the bronzer has 8.4% pigment, this has 4.2% mineral pigment like the foundation and 4.2% bronzer pigment. So it's a combination of the two, so it makes it more sheer and you still get the glow. So I'm going to shake the can, and I'm going to give her a quick mist. Now this application is just a little bit different. So when I spray the face, I spray out here, or I spray very close. When I spray the legs, I'm going to spray in streaks, very close. And the reason I do that is because you're spraying your leg and you're spraying down, you're more likely to get a little bit of overspray. So I spray it pretty close because I've got this little magic tool. This is our body brush. Feel how soft that is. It is so soft. This is actually faux blue point squirrel, which is the softest animal hair you can get, except this is faux. It's not the real hair, but it still has that feeling. And it's tapered and it's rounded, so it just literally melts the product right into the skin and completely blends it. And then I generally only spray the areas of the leg, and then I take what's left on my brush and I blend it down so that you don't get that line around the edge of your foot. You can use this product to touch up your self-tanner. You can use this product to give yourself a tan. There's so many times where I go to put on a skirt and I think, oh, I haven't had any sun, I haven't had a self-tan spray, and with this it just gives you that instant flawless perfection, and it will even cover spider veins, freckling, scars, bruises. You can concentrate it more in one place, but if you put both legs out, you can see the difference. I mean, it's just instant airbrush perfection. I'll do the other leg too. Okay, one more demo. Quick spray. You see how I'm spraying it in streaks just like that. It doesn't matter because it's going to melt. This brush is going to melt it right into the skin. And I'll do the back when you stand up later. So, some fast facts about Envy. This product is totally water resistant. You can put this on your body and you can swim. And it will not come off until you remove it with a cleanser. It is something about putting water on it that makes it even more wear resistant. And so you can put this on, swim all day, and it will not come off on your clothes. It will not come off on your towel. I have dancers and performers and swimmers and all kinds of people who use this product because it gives that flawless airbrush perfection, but it stays put. It doesn't come off on the wardrobe or the costumes. So, and when I do a bride, I actually spray, press and buff, blend out with the brush, and then I put my bride in the shower and let her rinse, because there's something about water that just makes it even more transfer resistant. So if you don't have access to a shower, you can just mist it with a bottle of water and let it dry naturally, and it will stay put. Okay, so we've shown you the traditional ways of applying makeup. I'm sure you've been exposed to seeing the makeup tutorials that are on YouTube. You can get all of those same looks with this product too. So I'm going to show you how to highlight and contour with the product now. So you want to choose a shade that is 2 shades darker than your skin tone. So I used the In4 on Lisa to conceal. So this is the Cool Buff. This is 2 shades lighter than her skin tone. I used the 6 Cool Sand to In6 Cool Sand to match her skin tone. And now I'm going to use the In8, which is Cool Toffee, to contour. So once again, we're going to shake the can. Shake, shake, shake. I'm going to spray a little bit in the palm of my hand. And just to show you the shade, that's how dark it is. So you can see it's substantially darker than her own skin tone. This is Halle Berry's shade, actually. And this is the same shade I use to contour my skin. So to get that look, I'm going to have you turn away. You want to start where the shadow naturally falls. So right underneath the cheekbone, I can feel, by putting my finger there, right where that shadow is going to go. And then I'm just going to paint in that shadow, and then I'm going to blend up, just like that. And you can do your entire face like this with 3 shades of foundation. Concealer and highlight would be one, your shade that matches your skin tone, and then your darker shade to get a nice contour. You can go under the chin. I always go down the sides of my nose as well. And then you just blend with your brush, with what's left on the brush, to get that Kim Kardashian highlighted, contoured look. You want to take it and go across the forehead and then blend down, and you can see the difference between contoured and not contoured. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this across as well, get her all ready for dinner tonight. And just blend that. I call it the Nike swish, because you just put it right where it feels natural and then just blend it up. You can see how it just kind of feels like it kind of flicks. And then also, I'm going to contour under the chin. And you can also fill in dimples. You can do, like I have a cleft I always contour. You can go down the sides of the nose. So you can draw in muscle tone. There's so many things you can do with this product. This product is used by makeup artist professionals all over the world, on film sets, on photo shoots. They use it because it really works. Now, the 9 shades of foundation. Number 1, Kate Blanchett, very warm ivory with a yellow base. In2 is like Nicole Kidman, but it's also our most popular selling shade in Korea and Singapore, because it gives that sort of light, bright, blooming effect. The Warm 3 is like Reese Witherspoon. Still light-skinned, but not pale. Warm undertone, yellow undertone. The N4 is the shade that I wear. It's the shade our founder, Wendy Lewis, wears. It's the shade Lisa's wearing. Under her eyes is concealer. If in doubt, and you have someone with medium skin tone, just use the N4. It's going to match. And then the Warm 5 is also medium, but it's leaning a little more towards the yellow base side, very much like a Britney Spears or a Cameron Diaz, kind of a warm, sunny California girl. People that use self-tanner, this is a product that the Warm series is going to lean more to those yellow tones that you get from a self-tanner. The N6 is Lisa's matching shade. It's also what I was wearing today, same shades. And you can see how different our skin tone is, but how forgiving the colors are because of the small amount of pigments that's in there and the way that it's airbrushed and distributed onto the skin. It lets your own skin tone come through. So the N6 would be also Jennifer Lopez's perfect shade. Warm 7 is like Beyonce. It's also that beautiful Brazilian skin tone that you get from being out in the sunshine. N8 is what I used to contour today, and it's also going to match Halle Berry. And then our N9 is like Oprah Winfrey. So you can see there's only 9 shades, but we can match all of those skin tones. And I've traveled from Brazil, Puerto Rico, South America, South Africa, Ireland, all over the UK, all over the Mediterranean, all over Asia. I've never found a skin tone that I couldn't match. So these products are hypoallergenic. They're non-comedogenic. That means that they won't clog your pores. They are super healthy and good for your skin. Mostly water, emollients, vitamins and botanicals, and of course the Jeunesse APT 200, which is an amazing stem cell derived product that I can't live without. And then you have the features and benefits, which is the flawless airbrush perfection, instant gratification. That before and after that you see is a real door opening product. So when someone sees the difference and they go out into their car and they look in their rearview mirror and they see that, they're just showing always equals selling, because once they get it on their skin, they're always going to want it on their skin. This is a perfect product for you to take into your hair appointment and have your technician reapply your foundation after she's washed your face or washed your hair. When you get your eyebrows waxed and you go out with redness. I just was working with an esthetician who uses this product after she's done a facial, because it's a product you can feel good about putting on to cover up the redness while still knowing that it's healthy and good for your skin, and it really is more of a treatment. And so this is a product that everybody can use, all different skin types, all different skin tones. For people who have very oily skin, you want to start with a moisturizer that's very light. If you have someone that has very dry skin, you just use a heavier moisturizer underneath it. So the product is oil-free, but you're going to adjust your moisturizer accordingly. And to start with, our Luminous skincare is amazing because it's just a 3 simple step process. And when you apply the serum, you want to give that serum time to absorb into the skin. You want to then apply the moisturizer according to the skin type. So for me, I have combination skin. I actually use the daytime moisturizer day and night. And I use my nighttime moisturizer as an eye cream. I use it on my cuticles, on the backs of my hands, and when I fly, of course, I use the night cream. But my mom uses the night cream all day because her skin is more dry. So it just depends on the type of skin that you have, but the most important thing that I want you to remember is that when you apply moisturizer, you let it soak all the way in, and that means about as long as it takes to brush your teeth or go and refill your teacup. You want to give the moisturizer enough time to go all the way into the skin so that when you put your foundation on, it actually bonds to the skin. If you put it on too soon and your moisturizer is still on the surface of your skin, then the product will tend to float, and that will cause transfer. So just applying the products in the proper way and then being able to share that with people creates an environment of being an expert, and people want to learn. They want to see how the product is used. They want to see how the product is done. We have some great tools for you. This is our shade matching guide. This is available in your back office, and this makes it really super simple. If you have light skin, there's 3 shades of light. If you have medium, there are 3 shades of medium. If you have deeper skin tone, there's 3 shades, and you just hold this up. I like to hold it up to the jawline and also the collarbone, because a lot of times our décolleté and our shoulders can be a little bit darker than our face if we're wearing sunscreen like we should be. So medium skin tone, you can see right away which shade would match her skin. If you have a customer that is not present with you, maybe in another state or another country, and you want to match their skin tone, we have a tool in the back office, and it is an automatic shade matching software program that's built into your back office. It took years and thousands of makeup artists, and it took tens of thousands of brands, shades from other brands that are put into that software program, so that all you have to do is ask what they are already wearing. I get DMs all the time, direct messages on Facebook, where somebody will say, I have a customer that uses brand X, shade Z, and I just literally plug it in and up pops your perfect NV shade. And if by chance there is a shade in there that we don't have yet, then it emails customer service or myself will match it for you. So I am your NV brand ambassador. I'm here for you. I spend most of my days on Zoom calls speaking with your team, and if you have customers that you want to get together and have a master class of your own, I'm here for you. Just direct message me on Facebook or follow me on Instagram, NV by Janess, and send me a message, and we will get with you and give a master class for your customers and your clients. So thank you very much for being here with us today. I hope you learned something, and if you have questions, just reach out. I'm here for you.